What is going on, guys? This is Student Investor. In today's video, I just want to give you a quick update on the AMP token price, my Apple call, and basically what's going on with the whole AMP price influx. AMP has been going crazy right now, and I predicted this earlier in the first video I ever made about the AMP token, about how I believe that this token would be listed on Coinbase. I, replied in the comments to a bunch of you guys talking about the direction of AMP in the future and how big this project is going to get, slowly but surely. And it's been catching some very good ground lately. It's been climbing a lot in price. I mean, it's cents, but when you're talking about a project like the AMP token or the AMP coin and the Flexin network, I mean, this is hugely undervalued, and there's some very good news coming out from that side. So basically, I'm just going to be going over all of that in this video. And by the way, guys, the support has been immense. I mean, I started this channel with exactly 0 subscribers, and now I'm at 51 subscribers. So I think the content is doing me justice, and hopefully it is doing you guys some justice, and you guys are learning from me as well. So without further ado, let's get on to the video and let's talk a little bit about the news, what's been going on with AMP and why it's climbing. So right here in front of me, you could see my Gemini account. And AMP has had a meteoric rise in the past couple of weeks or the past couple of days, ever since it got listed on Coinbase Pro. Now you could actually buy AMP on Coinbase, which is great because the whole Coinbase IPO and the whole just massive influx of new investors into the crypto space is, I believe, pushing AMP up to these sort of price levels. Most of it is just new money. Most of it is just investors trying to make a quick buck. But there's some really good investors out there, or really good amateur investors, or what we call newbie investors, or just new people in the market in general, that will actually do the research on this coin and will see the very underlying potential that AMP has to really revolutionize the crypto space and just the fintech space as a whole. Just that entire market is poised for growth, and that entire market is poised for change, and we could be at the forefront of all this if AMP really comes to commercial use and gets widely adapted in greater sense. So AMP is now 9 cents, and my holding before was, I believe I held like around, I think 15k coins, somewhere around. You could check the last video, but I've upped that a lot. When I saw the price climbing, I was like, no way in hell I am missing out on this. So I'm gonna go show you my portfolio, and I'm just gonna talk a little bit why I up my position so much and why I'm actually gonna start averaging up. And usually when you invest, you want to average down, but in this particular case that's not possible because the coin has not been bearish in a while. The coin has not seen a significant price and drop for me to go and buy under my average cost basis. So it doesn't make sense for me to buy lower. It makes sense for me to buy higher because that's just how the price is trading. So as you can see, I have now added almost 6,000 more AMP tokens or AMP coins to my position, including the tokens that I have stake on Gemini Earn. I have now transferred some coins to the Flexi Capacity Network, which I will be making a video about. So if you guys want to learn how to do so and how to stake your coin or your AMP token on the Flexi Network, which is actually meant for it to do so, you're actually meant to take your tokens and stake it on the network, because that increases the capacity that AMP has to do all of these value collateralized transfers. The more money that's in their system, you are actually going to get a pay cut, and you're going to be paid in AMP. So it's like receiving a dividend. Like if you were to hold like a company like Apple, how they distribute a dividend to the shareholders, AMP actually does the same thing, which is a very good thing in my opinion, because I'm a dividend investor. But yeah, I've added a lot more AMP. So I'm just looking here, including the earn balance and the trading balance. That is around at like 22k AMP, 22,000 coins. And then if we jump over to the flexi capacity, what I have staked over there, I have 5.6k amp coins staked over here, and I'm earning greater APY than I am on Gemini. So I'm actually going to start slowly but surely transferring out of Gemini and moving it into the flexi capacity network where it's meant to be. And I've already earned 8 amp tokens, and according to my Gemini, I've earned 24, but that's with a much larger amount. So the difference in interest is huge. I get paid a lot more interest at the capacity network than I do at the Gemini network. So why has AMP seen such a meteoric rise? Well, it's two things. It's really the listing or the allowing of having investors buy AMP on the Coinbase platform, including Coinbase Pro and just the normal Coinbase wallet and the normal Coinbase brokerage account. That's big. And also, what's even bigger is the NCR partnership with Flexa and the Gemini network to allow value collateralized transfers at self-service kiosks and things like that. So if you don't know NCR is a very big company. They are the National Cash Register, and they're an American company that really serves the big businesses. They serve banks. They are the ones that probably own probably manufactured the ATM machines that are in the banks that like Chase, Bank of America, Capital One, all the big banks, and all of the big corporations that like for example, like retail, the self-service kiosks. That self-service kiosk is probably manufactured by NCR, and it's probably it most likely came from them. They're very big in that space. So for them to go and announce that they're gonna now experiment and partner up with the Flexi Capacity Network and Gemini to now collateralize payments, that is huge, because that is gonna take some expenses off of their pockets for having to use some different payment method. Now they get to keep a lot more money to themselves, and they get to reinvest that within their own company. They do pay dividends as well, and that's just overall good for the Flexi Capacity Network, because that means people want to adapt it, people want to use it. And if it's within the machines that are in your bank branches, and you're just taking out money from the ATM, and the backbone of that ATM is using the Flexi Capacity Network, and you don't even know it, that's a good thing, because they see value within that. That means that the technology is good enough to be used in a commercial sense. And and this is what I was talking about, where it's not limited to stores, it's not limited to small businesses, large businesses, medium businesses. This is a global thing. This could be used in very different applications, and we're now seeing that. So that's a very good thing for AMP. And that's just great overall. That's just all the more reason to hold AMP. So that's just crazy. When that news came out, I was like, buy. I bought like 700 more 700 more dollars of AMP, and my portfolio has been doing pretty good from that. I think I last left off at like around 1300. I added around 700 of my own money from that, so now I'm at 2200. So that's about a rise of $300. Not small. That's not the rise I'm looking for, and on top of that, I'm just a long-term investor, so I'm waiting for this to really take off, and I believe that it's a very long-term growth token or coin that is very worthy of holding. And now on to the next thing. I'm going to be talking about my Apple call. So in a video I've made, I was talking about how I invested almost 5k into Apple options, long-term leap options, and I'm just going to be going over my thought process with that and where the position stands today. So I'll see you on the next clip. And we are here at my Robinhood account. So in front of you, you could see the leap options that I bought back in a couple videos ago, where I explained that I'm going to be buying long-term leap options on Apple for 3 reasons. The 3 reasons I explained in the other videos. So if you want to go watch that and go deep into my thought process, I really talk very in depth about why I'm holding this particular call and why specifically on Apple. So the call, the leap option stands today at a total return of $324, and so it is now in the money. It's now making me money from the last time I bought it. So that is due to a couple of reasons actually. So there has been rumors around that Apple has been in talks with some lithium company to do some battery tech things for the supposed Apple car. I did mention the Apple car in the video when I was talking about Apple, but I didn't really think that it would come this fast. I thought, they would take a little bit more time to develop a car or look to develop a car, but I guess they are very serious about it because they were talking with like three other different companies about battery tech and licensing some like lithium, some, I don't know, it was just really surprising to read about from Apple having them go into the car space. I just thought that was a rumor, but if they actually go for it, then that's all the more better for me because I'm gonna see that value within my option. But and another thing that I believe attributed to the rise of the Apple price is, everything stood the same. Nothing has really changed from Apple other than the fact that they're very innovative. But there has also been somebody leaked that there has been a listing for Apple to hire a senior blockchain developer or lead developer, and when it had something to do with their payment solution department. And when a company like Apple decides that they're going to hire a blockchain developer, what that means is they're either thinking about creating their own cryptocurrency, and this cryptocurrency doesn't necessarily have to be public. It could like live within inside the Apple ecosystem and be like under the radar. Like it could be like the payment manager for the Apple Store or the payment manager for like the Apple credit card and stuff like that. They could do very innovative stuff. So the fact that Apple is even considering cryptocurrency is just all the more good news for the crypto space in general, and all the more good news for the long-term Apple holders and the Leap optioners like me that hold this stuff for the long term, because we're going to see that value added over time. So that's really what's been going on with my Apple call. As you could last see, the cost of which I bought it at was $5,580, and today's market value is almost at 6,000. So that's a pretty good rise in money. That's pretty good money, but that's not the rise I'm looking for, obviously. It's a long term option, so I have 2 years from now to see where this goes. And I'm going to be making these updates pretty frequently, or whenever I see, a big rise that is worthy to talk about. And that's really all. So, guys, I want to thank you for the support. The subscriptions, the comments, the likes have really been crazy, and I really do believe that the channel could really grow to a bigger place. So if you guys really enjoy the content that I put out, or you guys want to see more, I'm gonna be making a video soon about the Flex Capacity Network and how to stake your coins. So if you guys want to watch that video, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like this video, and comment down below if you upped your AMP position since you've seen the rise in price, or if you have a Coinbase account, did you think to buy some AMP? Let me know down in the comments. I want to know the thought process. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm the student investor. Keep on investing.